Okay, so this is part of the series I'm doing. Part 1 was me reclaiming all this wood. Part 2 was me buying a bunch of inexpensive used hand tools. Part 3, I made a toolbox out of this wood for said tools, using only those tools. And I made reference in one of those to needing a workbench. We can build a workbench out of this material that I dug up for free, using only those hand tools. So that's part 4, which is about to happen right now. Hi, I'm Tim Sway. Using the 2x4s and cedar, I dug out of a wood pile for free. The tools I bought at a secondhand store. Because I do have other things to do. Well, I don't have a lot of other things to do, but sometimes I have other things to do. I'm going to permit myself to use a couple tools here that are actually power. You can pick these up used pretty inexpensively anyways. This is just like a miter saw, which is probably the first tool, the power tool you should buy. And if it's not that, it would be one of these, like a cordless drill. So we'll pretend that I borrowed them from my neighbor or something. And I borrowed a socket wrench to use all these lag bolts that I had gotten at a secondhand store. So I am cheating a little bit. I'm using these power tools for this video just to save time. So we're building a workbench, and I'm kind of doing this weird premise series thing. I'm not going to allow myself to work on my existing workbench. I'm going to do this on the floor. So for the rest of the time while I build this, I'm going to build it on the floor until I have a bench to build it on. I don't know why. I really don't. 5 of these boards is that big, which is about 60 inches by 30 inches. Seems like a pretty good place to start. So I'm going to make the skirt under the tabletop 58 inches long by like 27 or 28 inches wide, so there's just a little bit of overhang. The pieces that go in the middle, the shorter pieces, are 23 inches long. This one here is the first one I cut, and that's the second one. I'm going to use this one to continue to mark off, and I'm going to make a whole bunch to go across this way, because I want this table to be really strong, since the top is just going to be cedar. I'm going to put them way closer than they need to be for any other type of wood. And I'm going to use this one to measure and cut all the other ones. If I were to, say, cut that one and then use that one to measure the next one, if I make any tiny error, it would telescope all the way down, so by the time you get to the last one, it would be way off. This way, if any of them are off, it would just be off by a little bit off the master, and they'll all be the same. Two types of measurements: the measurement and close enough. And on this thing, I think we're just looking for close enough. I just put one lag bolt into each leg just to hold it together, so I can flip the table upside down and sort of finagle it into level and straight before I start reinforcing it. Well, I didn't really need another workbench, but now I have one. You know what? This actually took me about less than 3 hours to make this, so it wasn't even like a big deal. Maybe I'll do another video on this series. This is kind of fun. See you later.